We talked about this really from the very get-go about producing two kind of different levels, kind of an academic series and then a more series aimed at a larger audience. So the larger audience, we crank those out one every couple months, and they're more pamphlets because we found that that's what people like to read. They don't want to read a long book. The academic press books were really designed more for college textbooks, college reading books. They've been very successful. For example, Counting Cost is still being used in about 60 different seminaries and Christian colleges right now as a textbook or as additional reading. So I've been very pleased with how that's come up. And the other two are still doing extremely well. So we sat down and thought, okay, our first book really ought to wrestle with the idea of poverty and the importance of free markets and economics, faith and work. What does that have to say to poverty? Because that's a critical piece. So that was really, we thought, where we needed to start. Then we needed to do something on capitalism. And then we wanted to do a trilogy. We wanted to do one on religious liberty, one on religious liberty, political freedom, and economic freedom. And so what you see with Set Free is the first in a trilogy. We'll do two more, one on political freedom, one on one on economic freedom, and probably do the economic freedom next. So that's the one we're gearing up to do next. So that's pretty much, they were designed that way. Then we kind of sat down, and for Set Free, we actually had a conference. Actually, I think we did for Counting Cost as well, where we invited about 30 or 40 of the top evangelical scholars from around the world to sit down and for 2 days talk about some of these issues. And at the end of that, I said, look, we're going to write a book. If you're interested in submitting some chapters, here's the topics we're interested in. And so we got 20, 30 different submissions and kind of withered them down to 13 chapters. So that's pretty much how we put the books together.